what's up everybody? It is DJ Jerry here with Shop Time. One of the things that I want to discuss or go over today is I want to talk to you a little bit about projector mounts. Now obviously, you know, motion monograms, moving monograms, whatever you call them, digital monograms are very popular. But also when you're using a projector, it's nice to have something that's easy to set up, something that's quick, something that can get taken down right away. And then also the other thing that I run into is when I'm doing a slideshow or a video for a couple, or even for a corporate event, someone might bump the little stand that you have for the projector, and then you have to rebalance the feet, maybe put some gaff tape under to make it sit a little bit better. And so we invested in a couple projector mounts, and I'm going to show you some that we've used in the past and some of them that we're going to be using now into the future, because I love the way they work, I love the simplicity of them, and the flexibility of these mounts. So let me show you about the one that we're currently, or that we've been using in the past. And I'm not going to name any names just to be safe. But here's the mount that we have been using. I'm going to talk a little bit about the mount. I'm also going to talk about the bracket itself. The first thing that I want to point out with this old bracket is the arms really became awkward, and really these arms were supposed to be for flexibility. So if you had a mounting bolt over here, or I'm sorry, a mounting screw that needed to go over here, you could unscrew this, you can move that, you could screw it in there. But we have about 4 or 5 different projectors, and they're all in different areas, which makes sense. But there was in some of our projectors, this arm ran into that arm, and this arm ran into that arm, and we had problems really getting the right distance and the right movements with those arms to make it feel secure in there. So that was a restriction that we had. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this plate off because I want to show you the new plate and the new system that we have. But also I want to show you the safety features of this mount here. Really the only thing that is holding your projector, if you hang this, the only thing that's holding your projector is the threads on this little bolt and this this nut right here. And this little piece right here is actually just to make sure that it goes into this slot right here. Make sure that it goes in there properly, which allows you to do the adjustments, the up and down, the left and right. So it didn't really have a purpose except for that. But I'm going to take this off of our projector. I have the mount off now, and again, like I was saying, you can kind of see how you know, you have to get these positioned the right way, and they kind of all go in these funky directions. Well, this is how I needed them for this projector. One of our other projectors, again, the configuration would be completely different. Well, let me show you about a projector mount that I found. It's called the X2. It's from Living Motion Monograms. His name is Mike Anderson out of California. Does a phenomenal job with his product. You can tell that there was a lot of thought put into it. And the first thing that you'll see is this plate. But it has all these different angles and different areas that will actually allow you to mount this on any projector very simply. So here is our projector. And now I can put this plate, I can adjust this plate so no matter where I move it, I will actually be able to align it with that screw, and then also with the screw right there. So again, it's very easy movements. I don't have to, you know, use physics to try and figure out how to mount the plate on. So to me, that's a really nice asset. And I'm not going to put it on this projector for right now, because I do want to actually show you how this all connects together. So let's go back to our old mount that we had. This mount would go on your tripod like so. And then this piece here, again, would line up and it would snap in, and then you tighten this little piece here. And something that we were running into, or a problem we were running into, is if your projector is more than 8 pounds, 10 pounds, whatever it is, you have to really tighten these in. And then you start to, like this one here, you can see you start to de-thread or ruin the thread on the screw. So basically this becomes shot. Now, if for some reason I would do that too tight on this one and screw up that thread, now I have absolutely no control on the way it tilts back and forth. I do like the heaviness and the thickness of this system that goes on the 1.5 inch pipe, that basically your standard tripod. But again, those were some of the things that I kind of struggled with that, and I would hate to see someone's projector just flop to the side or flop down, up, whatever it is, because they can't tighten it anymore. So on some of our mounts, again, we've had a couple of these, some of our mounts we actually had to put in nuts on the inside to tighten them in and tweak them in there strong, so they wouldn't fall out. Now, let's go to the Living Motion Monogram mount. Again, slides on there nicely. Now here's one of the things that I really love that he incorporated. If you are hanging this, it's always important to use safety clamps. I'm sorry, safety cables. Now, you can see this thread here. This is actually how you tighten it to this piece here, to the post. And what he did is he actually had an an eye hook that would go in replace of this. We'll just put that on the ground. You'd put the eye hook in, and now if you are mounting and all of a sudden this mount gives out, the safety cable that is an option for this mount, the safety cable will actually clip into here. So again, if it releases, it's gonna, you know, from your truss, it's going to release. But yet with this cable wrapped around your truss and on here, you're not going to lose your projector. It's not going to fall on anybody. So a really good feature to be thinking about when it comes to safety. Now going back to this plate will actually slide in, and again, you can tell there's a lot of thought that went into this. This little piece here, this little pin, actually allows it so it doesn't automatically just slide off the base. So this piece slides in this channel, and then you'll hear it click. Okay, once you hear that click, now no matter what, it's not going to fall out because that little safety piece is going to hold it there. Now, to keep it from actually sliding, this knob, we'll move it in here. This knob right here, too far. This knob right here will actually allow you to kind of lock it in place. So what I recommend doing is using your fingers, lining up the bottom and the top piece together, and now as you tighten this, what it's doing is it's applying the pressure. It's applying the pressure from left to right. Now you're not just adding pressure with a single pin. What it's doing is it's actually moving this entire side to tighten that up and to squeeze it in place. So now that that's tight, it's not going to slide out anymore. Okay, so pulling it up and down, nothing's going to happen. These knobs here are actually what's going to allow you to lock in the pan and tilt. So now I have a perfect plane. If I need it to aim up, I can change it really simply. I only have 2 bolts. And then the other thing on the back side is this projector mount actually allows you to go around as well to pan back and forth. And you want to talk about a very impressive idea when doing this is with the pan tilt, you can actually see there's the degree angles that you're panning and tilting. There you go, right there. So if you're 45 degrees, so on and so on, it actually gives you the readout right there. If it's 0, you know you're right on. So again, an amazing mount. It works great for small projectors, big projectors. It's very clean, and it allows you to actually just set this on a table if you need to, so you don't have to take your mounts off. That's one of the things that we do, is we actually just leave our mounts on there, or the mount plate on there. Again, if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can reach me at jeremy@djjrshoptime.com. You can ask questions on this on the YouTube channel, on the chat down below. So please make sure you add some comments and questions there. Also, make sure you go check out livingmotionmonograms.com. Has a whole bunch of software options. It is part of the 1% Solution, Mike Anderson's product. And this is the DVD that I received as well, which is volume 7. There's a lot of great content in the 1% Solution series, but again, this focuses on projectors and the amazing technology that the projectors are allowing us to do with our events. So check those things out. Again, it's livingmotionmonograms.com. If you have questions, reach out to me. Reach out to Mike Anderson with Living Motions Monograms. Good luck. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.